and gentlemen, welcome to round 6. Round 7 of the Luigi's Mansion Losers Bracket. No out of bounds. Here today we got two legendary runners. We got Glitch Doctor in one corner. Although I think he only got his master's degree, actually. So that might be a lie. And then the other corner here, we have Lando. Lando World. We got some very high-level runners here tonight, so this should be a good one, so buckle in. So, for those of you unfamiliar with Luigi's Mansion speedruns, one of the first things you'll notice is that runners are not running English. In fact, they are running Japanese. Although I can assure you, neither of these players really speak Japanese. It is, in fact, on purpose. The Japanese allows us to do a couple of glitches not available in NTSC, as well as faster text scroll and whatnot. And here we see the runners going into their second room here. We see Nick opting for the scare skip. Very classy, although some would argue somewhat unnecessary this early on in the game. And we still got the runners still neck and neck here. Not a whole lot of mistakes yet, although the opportunity for big mistakes hasn't really come yet. Ooh. Glitch missing a double there. Probably costing him about maybe 3 seconds. That was actually a pretty good way to spawn the yellow puncher again. Lando clearing out the room. Glitch right behind them, maybe only 2 seconds apart right now. Ooh. 223 exit and then a 226 exit, so yep, just about 3 seconds. And here we go into our first section, which we will start to encounter these portrait ghosts. And portrait ghosts are a little bit different from any of the ghosts we've seen so far. They have some kind of trigger to show their heart, and you can't stun them until they show their heart. This one we happen to have a special term of endearment. We call this one Nigel Thornberry. No resemblance, no relation, but strong resemblance. Alright, coming in with a 3-7 and then a 3-11, so still putting both the runners neck and neck here. And they're on to their second portrait ghost, Lydia. This right here is one of the laggiest rooms in the game, merely because there's another room right behind this one that's being loaded at the same time. There's a little graveyard there. On top of all of the leaves, the little particle effects that the leaves generate causes a little bit of lag in this room. But of course, these high-level runners, they're worth their salt. They go for the strat of vacuuming up those leaves a little bit faster, trying to reduce that lag as much as they can. And here they are going into their Area 1 boss fight, Chauncey. And let's see here, I think... Yep, Lando's still just barely on the edge here, but I would say they're basically the same. in terms of time difference. Let's see if we're going to see any sub-6s this race. It is definitely hard. You cannot miss your ball catches, and also there's a couple of other micro-optimizations you might see the runners do. Well, actually, you'll definitely see them attempt it, because it's usually pretty easy, but easy TM. But you're going to be seeing them set up some positioning for very, very surgically placed ball catch, which just triggers Chauncey's heart a little bit faster, but also a couple of really minute micro-optimizations you'll see right here is bounce skipping. So basically, if Luigi has an invincibility frame going on, and he places himself right underneath Chauncey as Chauncey is bouncing down, it'll force Chauncey forward a little bit, causing him to skip one bounce. And that's what you'll see a lot of with relatively high-level running. The game becomes a lot about all of those micro-optimizations in concert. Lando finishing up probably with a 58. Very nice. Glitch Doctor with a 6-0. Not very far behind him. Also very nice. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Area 1. So far, we've only seen Nick do one fairly minor mistake, but other than that, these runs have been pretty well for both of them so far. Of course, as I was mentioning earlier, we haven't run into any RNG elements yet, but we are very soon to encounter them. But first, we gotta take a trip to the bathroom here. Luigi's gotta, you know, use the little boys' room. Alright, and as they go down the hall here, we're going to run into our first RNG element of the game. It's going to be the whirlwindas. Say that 10 times fast. Ooh, Lando missing his first double. Glitch getting it, so I think Glitch just made back his 2 seconds there. Which puts them almost exactly neck and neck. Alright, and let's see if these whirlwindas, they just show their heart either immediately or at a 10-second interval. Looks like both of them got early release. You'll love to see it. So RNG, it looks like, has no sway here. Both runners basically neck and neck now. Just about no gap between them. Very nice. Both runners, of course, going for early poster, not poster skip. I'd like to take this moment to make a PSA that it should be called early poster, not poster skip. Ooh, Glitch missing his second double, but that's okay. Seems to make it out okay. Maybe losing another 1 or 2 seconds. Otherwise, still doing very well. And what's this? Oh no, Luigi let all the neckbeards out of the basement. Oh wait, no, those are boos. Yeah, so turns out King Boo just hoards a bunch of boos in his basement. What a jerk. And now the cat's out of the bag. And once again, Luigi is the maid of this outfit, even though he doesn't want to be. And now he has to go around collecting boos. And there's no certainty of where some of these boos will be in these rooms, so that'll also be a little RNG. I don't even think Luigi's getting paid to do this job. He's just stealing money from the mansion. Alright, so we see Lando trying to go for the tech skip anyways, not quite getting the RNG he was looking for. Glitch Doctor also getting the bump in the table. The bump in the table usually signifies that the boo might be in the table. Looks like it was not for Glitch. He gets the tech skip and back on to anteroom for him. Ooh, and getting the instant RNG. Lando not quite the favorable RNG he was looking for. Putting Nick maybe a second in the lead. This is still very tight. Alright, and both runners head on into Starge now. This could also be a pretty big, either a divider or a unifier in terms of RNG. These crates can be pretty difficult if a boo is placed in the rightmost crate. Looks like it's no problem for either of them. Glitch taking it out first. Lando maybe only not even a second behind yet. Looks like... Yep, looks like Nick is getting the superior RNG here. Cleaning up just fine. Lando also getting the pretty good RNG. And once again, wow, they have been following very tightly. Very tight together. No more than 2 seconds apart for this up to now. Alright, well, looks like both of the runners are a little disappointing. They're both part of the toilet knocking gang, which, you know, I guess that's okay. Some people are just wrong, I guess. Both runners opting for toilet knocking. Alright, and what we're going to see here is a pretty major skip here. We're going to see a fire warp. Basically, the strat goes like, we have to pick up a medallion here, but we also have to suck up a boo. So we want to try and do both at the same time, which allows us to skip some text. Looks like Lando gets it. Glitch following suit. Looks like Lando actually got slightly better RNG there, which put him back in the lead, but once again, not by much. So, Hold on to your pants. This is going to be even closer than we thought. But not only did we skip the EGAD text right after the boo suck-up, or actually we didn't skip that, but we skipped EGAD text after the medallion suck-up, as well as doing the little puzzle getting out of Mirror Room. And now we're on to our butler cycles. This is very tight time. You cannot be playing around with the candles in Clairvoyance. Looks like both runners got pretty good cycles there. We want Shivers to be all the way on the right of the hallway, or as rightmost as we can get them anyways, so that way we don't have to walk more. Looks like both were pretty good with their candle control, so both were pretty good with their Shiver cycles as well. Let's see here. Let's see if that was close enough. Yes, it was. It was close enough. So both Lando and Glitch got a fairly subtle skip there. They got the chess cutscene skip. Say that 10 times fast as well. I always call it chess scene skip. That is very wrong. Basically, we skip the animation that happens at the clearing of a room, where it zooms in on the chest. By picking up the hat at just the right time. And let's see. Yep, Lando does not join the softlock gang tonight. Starting up his secret room. Nick not far behind. Ooh, okay, Lando got bonked. Not a good sign. Glitch getting the quad, no problem whatsoever. He even got to phase to the back of the chest. That's also a pretty neat little trick. If you can get in the middle of where the green chest spawns, you can kind of phase or get pushed behind the chest without having to walk around. Also micro optimization, which is pretty neato, if I do say so myself. Looks like I didn't see if Lando went for the text skip there, but looks like Nick was opting not to do it. And both runners headed to Conservatory now. Alright, chat. Type 1 in chat if you think Lando's going to get water, and 2 if he's going to get Super Mario World 3. And it's water. Which is the optimal one, so you'll love to see it. And looks like Glitch also got water. Mostly just judging on what the menu options were there. Okay, I'm seeing some 3s and some 4s. So you fail, please see the teacher at the end of class. Oh, looks like Nick is getting the worst possible RNG for Conservatory. He's getting the cursed Harping. You hate to see it. Nick's really harping on these boos, though, I gotta tell you. Once again, these runners are only 2 or 3 seconds apart, so still very tight. We have yet to see if we have a pretty major splitter coming up here. Bogmire. This could be a make or break moment for either of these runners. It really does come down to if you can get the right setup for Bogmire. Ooh, with getting the optimal firefighting there. Lando taking care of the Boo, no problem. Glitch letting the Boo slip a little bit, but that's okay, he still got him anyway. Lando's walking the dog now. Ooh, we had Mr. Bones spawn all the way on the right there. Not as optimal, but probably not as huge a deal. It's maybe like a half-second time loss there. Ooh, Lando not getting the favorable spawns there. Ideally, we'd want those skeletons to spawn right next to each other, or spawn apart and then sort of go next to each other so Luigi can get a double there. But not quite favoring Lando tonight, while favoring Nick. I've noticed Nick has been getting the slightly more favorable RNG up to now. Both in terms of Boo spawns and a couple of just spawn RNG, smaller RNG elements in general. Alright, now on to Pogmire. Alright, Lando is... Yep, he got exactly the right setup there. So normally what we're looking for is we're looking to drive Pogmire straight into the wall on the right there. Let's see here, 21:43, 21:45, 2 seconds apart. Hold on to your seats, folks, this ain't over. Usually what we're looking for there is running Pogmire straight into the wall on the right there. That way Pogmire has less degrees of freedom, which makes it a lot easier to just slam the analog stick way faster, which is, of course, the faster strat in general in terms of draining his HP and sucking him up faster. Both runners have been having really great runs so far. I've only seen maybe a couple of tiny mistakes here or there. Lando missing one Shy Guy, Glitch missing one double at the very beginning of Zone 1, but it really seems like, you know what, they did not let it phase them, either of them. They shook it off, and they are very well on their way to Area 3 here, with very respectable times. It does appear that Lando missed a Boo. I guess I missed that. So that is not good news for Lando, although, of course, that can be remedied later. And looks like Mario was taking SM64 a little too literally here. Lando's going for the stumble skip. Nick also going for it. Lando getting it. Nick also getting it. No problem whatsoever. You'll love to see it. So the trick with stumble skip is to not fall off of that little rock at the bottom of a well when you are picking up the key, because apparently the game thinks that it's the equivalent of you falling down a ladder when you fall off of that rock, or if you slide off of it or something. So when you climb up the ladder and touch the next platform at the top of the ladder, the game thinks you fell. Go figure. Looks like Nick is, in fact, setting up for Tea Room Tech Skip. And not only is he setting up for that, he is also going for the chest cutscene skip, having a little bit of trouble with the grabber, but he shakes it off, pun intended, and he gets that tech skip, or the chest cutscene skip. Very nice, you'll love to see it. Although, looks like Nick was not quite getting the RNG he was looking for in this room. Although he does still have the tech skip upcoming here. Yeah, looks like it was a little bit out of range. A little too out of range for him to be able to get that one. Lando creeping on fat ladies. You hate to see it. Alright, and you'll see the runners try to do the... when you enter Area 3 here, you could do Nanas and then Petunias, or Petunias then Nanas. High-level runners opt for Petunia then Nana, just because it is actually a little bit more optimal in terms of dealing with pearl counts. So the game has a maximum number of pearls it can keep loaded at a time, and if you spawn a bunch of pearls in Petunias and then go over to Nanas and get Nana in one fell swoop, you'll spawn a lot less pearls. Looks like Lando is having... Yep, Lando's cleaned up Nanas there, no problem. Ooh, Nick losing Nanaboo. That is not something you want to see right now. Alright, so looks like... uh-oh. No, he's not in there. Oh, no, he is in there. Okay. I thought I saw him go into the ant room, but I guess I was mistaken. So, it does appear that Glitch is behind a little bit here, but this might have... I think Glitch is probably still in the lead just because he has all of his boo count now, but Lando has an unrecovered boo that he needs to go back and get later. So Lando has lost time. He's running on borrowed time here. Oh yeah. Sorry, I had to make it. Alright, so Lando headed into Observatory. Let's see if we're gonna see any 360s here. Glitch opting for the double instead. Now, that is definitely one way to do it. And it is fairly fast. It's faster than trying to do the straight triple of all three of those, but definitely not as fast as half burning the grabber and then getting a triple with a half health grabber and the two shot guys. Looks like Lando gets his moonshot. Glitch is not far behind, at least linearly in terms of this moonshot here. And would you look at that? What's a star doing in the middle of the moon? The moon was a star the whole time. Glitch gets his one shot, his not 360, but still a no scope. You'll love to see it. And once again, for those of you joining us in the middle of the race, it does appear as though Glitch is behind, but he actually is ahead by a little bit, just because Lando still has one boo yet to recover. He did miss a boo earlier, and he will have to go retrieve it later. But overall, this has been a fairly tight race. Just in terms of, especially in terms of skill level here, in terms of all of the fairly high-level optimizations that we've been seeing the runners execute successfully. And Lando is successfully thinking of the children and thinking of Pablo, and getting the boo save warp there. The alternate way of warping back to the foyer is by mirror warping in the adjacent room, in the billiards room. Ooh, that is not good. Glitch getting bonked by the boo. Looks like Lando's getting fire early. That will be helpful for flashlight canceling. Looks like Glitch has to do the mirror warp of shame here. So we are starting to see a little bit of attrition on Glitch's end. He is starting to make those a couple of more smaller mistakes than you would like to see in a run like this. Let's see if that is still not enough to put him behind Lando at this time. I think Glitch is still probably ahead in spite of all this, although it is definitely a little bit scary for for his lead at the moment. Looks like Lando is not opting for the doubles. Understandable, because the doubles are pretty hard to do. Glitch heading into twins now. Lando not kind of letting the boo sail on by there. I guess it definitely is not the worst way to lose a boo, if you were to lose any, just because you're going into this room anyways, to get the Chauncey boo. Alright, and we see Glitch going for the twins boo. Ooh, Glitch also having a little bit of trouble. Looks like he squared this one away. Opting for the boo then shoe, although still pretty fast, all things considered. Lando getting the tech skip there. You love to see it. Let's see if Glitch is going to follow suit. And Lando now proceeds on to mash percent. Glitch in just a linear sense of time, not far behind. Or maybe not time, but linear sense of gameplay, I guess is a better way to say that. But Lando's talking to some old lady wants to buy magazines or something like that. Glitch now entering Clairvoyance for mash percent. Looks like it was a 34-48 entrance. And once again, Glitch still ahead by 1 boo, so we have yet to see what kind of time loss that has on Lando. How far back that sets. We're also approaching the next major upset, which is not King Boo, but Boo Losses, words, which has been a very, very major source of upsets during this entire tourney. Although, I have to say, I have seen a lot of people miss their first ice shots, but still pull out the 1 cycle anyways. So we'll see if any of that happens tonight, or we'll see if any good, clean 1 cycles happen. Hopefully so. Hopefully at least 1. Because it is probably one of the most satisfying things to watch, is a very clean 1 cycle Boo Losses. Nick pulling out of Clairvoyance now. Let's see if he's going to get the optimal energy here with the top left chest here. Yep, looks like he got it. Alright, and now we have the both runners heading into Safari Room here. Fun fact about this room, there was originally planned a portrait ghost for this room, but it got hacked pretty early on in development because it had, if Luigi had lost to this portrait ghost, what would happen is his head would get cut off, and there'd be a little end screen for that. And Nintendo thought that was a little bit too violent, so they axed that. But looks like Lando was trying for the boxes, although statistically speaking, it is most likely that the Boo is in the chair all the way on the right. Looks like that was in fact the case for Lando this round. Nick cleaning up those trash can ghosts now, and looks like he will also get the chair RNG. Nope, he gets the boxes RNG. Lando headed into Boo Losses. Nick not far behind. And bing, bang, boom. Just like that. Although Nick a little bit off on the key grab, but not much of a problem. Just backing it up. Keeps on going. Keeps on trucking. Now, I have not quite seen Lando make a move to recover his Boo yet. I guess I missed it, so I don't actually even know which Boo he lost. I think it might have been Conservatory. Either way, Lando definitely has to make a move at some point soon to try and find that Boo. Usually, if you lose a Boo, the strategy is to wait for the next round at least, so that the Boo moves back to the same room that it originally spawned in. Looks like Lando gets... Yep, Lando gets the clean... Well, not quite as clean, but still very solid 1 cycle. Coming in with the 39-21. I think accidentally pausing his timer there. Nick right behind him. Ooh. Nick. Yep. Nick also gets the 1 cycle. Yeah, some of those boos definitely just branch off, so sometimes you can't. It's not possible for you to get the 1 cycle, and it's not exactly in your control. That's not a problem for these high-level runners. They're still able to react fast and find the closest boos before they try to reconvene. You love to see it. So that was a 39.58, I believe. 57 or 58. Which you love to see. Thankfully, neither runners have been getting out of bounds ice. That is something that, I don't know, I personally just have a fear of now. Just because of how much it sucks to deal with out of bounds ice, especially in a race or a good run. But effectively what happens is, during boo losses, those little ice balls you suck up, sometimes they travel outside the little balcony area so that it's hard to reach. Apparently it's possible, I only learned this maybe a few weeks ago, but apparently it's possible for both ice balls to do that. So if you get that, then that's probably at least 10 to 15 seconds gone right there. It's not exactly in your control, so very frustrating to deal with. Alright, both runners headed into blackout now. Criminy, Luigi! Lightning hit the house! And looks like Lando is actually opting for the non-C-stick strat. Or at least I didn't see him menu, so I don't think he did. I don't believe Nick did either. Nope, Nick he did. Looks like Lando does not go for the Pythag skip, and oh, he is kind of paying the price right now. Getting scared left and right. Ooh, that was... Actually, I was not measuring that grimly, but it felt probably around 10 seconds, roughly speaking. So, definitely not the worst. Oh, Nick getting the Instagram. Let's go. So Nick definitely gets the favorable RNG, headed back into cellar now to give him more power.
Mario. Yeah. Oh yeah.
And yep, we're gonna probably see both runners go for this is something I actually didn't think about until now. We're gonna see both runners attempt breaker boo. Let's see, it looks like Lando is more of a wall strap man. This boo is particularly unforgiving. Oh, yep, Lando losing the breaker boo. You hate to see it. Glitch, let's see here. I can't hear his audio. I don't know if he's gotten any cackles or not. Looks like he did, because that boo just decided to quit. He was not going to stick around anymore. That boo was done with Nick. So both runners losing Breaker Boo. Probably going to be going into Pipe Room and clearing it later if they do not check Breaker Boo coming back out of Cellar here. Ooh, Lando losing the Cellar Boo as well. You do not want to see that. And he did not go back into the Breaker Boo did not go back into Breaker Room, so Lando will be clearing Pipe Room later on. Normally, Pipe Room is an optional room that you don't have to clear, but it is no longer optional for Lando. Looks like it is no longer optional for Nick either.
Mario.
Both runners not letting this phase them at all. They just keep on trucking. They are on their way to their rooftops.
Mario.
Although I think Lando might... So Lando has lost 3 boos now. He lost one somewhere in Area 2, I believe. And Glitch has only lost the one, the Breaker Boo. Lando has to recover one additional boost somewhere. I'm not quite sure where he plans to do that. The one from Area 2. It might be that he opts for just doing Van Gorboo as well. Looks like, yep, Lando's getting the double. Not quite getting the double, but he got the setup for it. Looks like Glitch went for the double, and let's see if he's going to get smacked. He does not get smacked. He cleans up the rest of that double. And yep, Glitch is on his way to roof. Lando having to do the triple, but that's okay because he still cleans up fast enough, relatively fast. Also on his way to roof. And of course we will not see any Boston Burns tonight. From the legendary Boston Brew.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mario.
Alright, so both runners on their way to Armory now.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if we're going to try, let's see if we're going to see any attempts at the 4-piece.
Mario.
It definitely is a hard strat. I've seen crazier though. I've seen people try to go for the 5-piece during a race too. Some people are just that insane.
Oh yeah.
And Glitch is in fact, once again, it seems as though they're neck and neck at the moment. They are in terms of just linear gameplay here, but Lando is missing a boost, and I'm not quite sure. He has not made an attempt at recovery yet, so I'm not quite sure where he plans to recover it. So Glitch is in fact in the lead now. Probably, since Lando hasn't made any attempts for recovery yet. I mean, I guess it's hard to say because I don't know which boo he lost, but probably about a minute. Looks like... Yep, Glitch squares this one away, no problem. Lando having a lot of trouble with the Armory boo there. Luckily, that boo goes back to the best room you'd want him to go. Just a pottery. He's hanging out with Jarvis there. Ooh, getting bonked by the boo there, but that's not a problem because Lando also squares this one away. Luckily, we don't see any boos going all the way to the right into telephone room. That is definitely hard to watch. Lando opting not for save warp. Looks like apparently Glitch had to recover Cellar Boo. That's odd. I thought I saw him square that one away. Alright, and since both runners lost the breaker room boo, both runners will probably be seeing them through this room, even though normally it is optional. Probably adding at least a couple, maybe like 10 more seconds just to finish the grabber ghosts all the way, and then however long it takes to clean up the boo as well. Lando cleaning up that boo now. Oh yeah, and Lando does the optimal strat actually. When you have to clear this room, normally what you want to do is you want to turn the pipe while clearing one of the boos and letting one of the boos just leave, because you want to look for the low health boo, and you're kind of sharing the time between that and the animation for clearing the water, although it doesn't quite look like he did that. I think he might have missed freezing the floor a little bit. Glitch clearing out Weston, no problems. Looks like Glitch is on to Weston Boo here. Not a whole lot of pearls. Pearl locking has definitely been a problem before, although it's not a problem for Glitch today, luckily. And he save warps, and he is on his way to Van Gore now. So I believe Lando lost the... Or actually, he didn't lose it. I think he intentionally let the pipe room boo walk. Or, I guess, float is the right semantic way to say that. He let the pipe room boo go, and I guess the strat is going to be Weston and Van Gore boo, it looks like. So I suppose he's not even gonna... Well, yeah, I guess it's definite now. He's not gonna try to recover... I'm being told is washroom boo. Alright, well, Glitch definitely in a pretty solid lead here. All he has to do is clear up Van Gore reasonably well, and then make his way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and he's King Boo bound, and then he can take this dub. But of course, it's not that easy. There could be complications in the mix. Some of these triples definitely are hard to do, especially the grabber triple. Let's see if he can pull it off. Let's see if he goes for the insta triple, actually. He does go for the insta triple, although he goes for the sideways triple, which is definitely a little safer. That's the one I usually go for, except some runners just go straight up to the ghosts. I just walk backwards and then loop around so that they're clumped together. A lot riskier to go for the insta triple, but higher reward. just by the amount of time you don't lose just by walking. Luigi is slow at turning. Very slow at turning. Alright, Lando going in for all of his triples. Let's see if Lando makes this. Alright, and Nick starts on his... Yep, he goes for left side. Rangorbu. Wow, 132, which is really nice, actually. Looks Nick setting himself up pretty well for the 2-cycle here. Let's see if he pulls off the second half of this. Lando starting his Vanguard now. And he gets it, and Glitch is on his way. Alright, and then let's see, Lando also has to do King Boo. Or, not King Boo, Vanguard Boo. I believe this one for him, 132 as well. That's funny. Both runners got exactly 132. It's a conspiracy, man. Numbers, what do they mean, Luigi? Alright, Lando wrapping up his Vanguard Boo. Also heading down to the land under. Land down. I can do words. The land down under. There we go. Alright, I know Nick has definitely practiced it before. Definitely curious to see if we're going to see any attempts for 1-cycle. The setup can be tricky, and in fact it's very heavily dependent on how you treat the first cycle of King Boo. I think you have to get exactly 416 or something like that before you can go back for the extra ball here and try to reset Bowser's cycle. Lando heading in now. Folks, this could actually be close. There is no room for error for Nick right now. Even though he's had a lead, definitely cannot be making any mistakes right now. Alright, well, not quite the right positioning for the 1-cycle attempt, but that's okay. Let's see if Glitch is going to try to go for the 2 or the safe 3. Probably the 2 if I had to guess. Yep, he's going for the 2. And that's game. Nick takes the win. Congratulations, Glitch Doctor. Very nice. With the 58-41. Alright, Lando going in for his. Not quite getting the right setup for the 1-cycle. Looks like he's having a lot of trouble with that ice as well. This looks like a forfeit. Alright, well, there you have it, folks. Glitch Doctor takes the dub. And, I believe that's a forfeit on Lando's end. Glitch Doctor, how are you doing, my dude?
Yo, what's up, man? I'm doing good, man. Thanks. How are you doing?
I can't complain. Seeing watching a lot of clutch runs lately.
Yeah,
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 so 58-41, and you take the dub. How are you feeling right now?
yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. GG's. Good race, Lando, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate
definitely
it.
good race
Like,
for Lando.
yeah, honestly, like, there was some stuff I, of course, wasn't really too happy about. Like, I mean, Manabu almost just completely, left. Managed to get him back in the room though. That was all right.
Yeah.
Some other stuff. Oh yeah, the tea room, missed the tech skip. What else?
Right.
Okay, yeah, Breaker Boo. It wasn't in my favor because he was in the table, and so I'm like, I
Right.
can maybe clutch this out because I've done it before. But because I had to get the key as well, it's a different aspect. I had to get the key and then like try to position myself again. I feel like I know where I went wrong with that Boo because he double cackled twice. That wasn't cool. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like, it was a pretty alright run. I mean, it had its ups and downs.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely good. Maybe not the best you've ever had, but definitely good Boo losses. The Bowser, your King Boo was pretty good.
Yeah. That was it was a little clutch at the end because I was moving a bit further back because I knew he was shooting ice, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to get smacked by this ice right now. And I'm like, yo, is this even gonna make it? But yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Sure enough, it made it. So we take
Yeah,
those.
and the Sploder balls were not doing you any favors there either. That one kind of blew up a little early.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little too early. You're coming in with maybe the 57 pace, 58 pace at one point. Were you thinking about doing the one cycle tonight, or was it just off the table?
No. I was not gonna do that whatsoever. Honestly, like, I have done it if I was like behind, I try to catch up. But like, honestly, man,
Definitely.
like, for most of this, I've just been kind of like, sometimes I'll take it safe if I feel like I need to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I could have shown off, but more than likely I wouldn't have got it. I mean, who knows? Yeah, that would have only been
Yeah.
like that would have been a lower 58, like a 58-21, closer to mid, but
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah, it definitely does. There were a couple of fairly sizable mistakes, but otherwise you were pretty tight. You guys were 2 seconds apart up until the end of Area 2.
Jeez.
Area 3 was Area 3 was definitely where you guys started to split up. Minor mistakes, but really consistent gameplay all around for both of you guys.
Yeah, I haven't played this category since the last time I done my no out of bounds race, my previous no out of bounds race. I mean, I did do 100% briefly, but I haven't played this category since around that time. So yeah.
So you're gonna be playing PAL when?
PAL? Oh, that's I do have PAL. I do have PAL. When am I gonna be playing that? I don't know. I don't know if I care, but I mean, maybe. But
yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I'd probably get like a 55 in this first before I do PAL.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Well, congrats on the dub, man.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. GG's to everyone. GG's.
Yeah,
Lando.
GG
That
to
was
Lando.
a good race.
Yeah, hopefully Lando. Hopefully, if you're still hearing this, you also did great, man. Love to see it. Yeah, I doubt we're gonna be hearing from him tonight, though.
Yeah. Nah, it happens. But
yeah, it happens. But
nice
yeah,
little-
congrats on the dub.
Thanks.
Looks like, yeah, your next opponent is yet to be determined. But that will be figured out sometime this week. We have another run. Also give these runners a fine follow. These fine runners a fine follow. If you have not already. Frankly, what are you doing? Also, there is the yeah, there it is. There is the tourney bracket for the tournament. If you'd like to stay up to date on what's happening, we have Splazer Games v. Yeah, we are getting close to the end, folks. So we have Splazer Games v Pablo this week, and then next week. Actually, I believe they scheduled it too. That's tomorrow. Yeah. Actually, let me look it up this time instead of making up numbers. Never mind. I guess I thought I saw it in the schedule. We have Splazer Games v Pablo happening sometimes this week. That will determine who goes off against Glitch Doctor here, and that will be loser. Yeah, that'll be losers finals, and then after losers finals, we will have winners semifinals, or maybe at the same time, and then after that, we will have the grand finale of the Luigi's Mansion any percent no out of bounds tournament 2021 TM.
Yeah, honestly, if I have to go against Pablo, GG's. It's been fun, but yeah, honestly, they're really great players. But yeah, more good matches coming up soon.
Both of them definitely relatively new to the scene. So Pablo's been around for maybe a year or so. I think Splazer has been around for. I mean, I haven't seen him since like 6 months ago, I want to say, but maybe he's been around longer than that. I don't know. Both of them very formidable. Both of them very high level runners as well. So you have your work cut out for you, no matter who wins.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, yeah. You know, it happens. Honestly, we'll just see what happens. I don't know. Like, just play it out. But yeah.
Yep. So, folks, make sure to watch out for that race coming up Sunday at 2 p.m. EST, I'm being told. So tune in for that. Glitch, thanks for joining me in the hot box here.
Yeah. Been fun. Been real.
Yeah. And thanks for watching. We will see you next time.
All right. Take care. Keep it real.